Good morning. Welcome back to next lecture. In the last lecture, we discussed the effect of imposition of lump sum taxes and proportional taxes in the national income and the level of consumption and the size of multiplier in a two-sector economy without considering the government expenditure. Today, we will continue discussing the income determination model by incorporating or imposing the lump sum taxes and proportional taxes into the system with three-sector economy, that is along with the government expenditure, and in the four-sector economy where we will consider the external sector as well. So let us see here the three-sector economy, which is also known as it is government expenditure multiplier. See, in a three-sector economy, it introduced the concept of government sector into the addition to the household sector. See, household sector, and we have a business sector in the two-sector model, and again we are going to add one more sector which is known as the government sector as well. So this three-sector model, the equilibrium level of income is influenced by what actually government decision is regarding the spending. So here the model is given in a three-sector economy, that is Y is equal to C plus I plus G. So this G is going to add here, that is showing that government expenditure as well. Accordingly, our two-sector economy is becoming now a three-sector economy. So here C, that is consumption function, which is given here C0 plus BY, where C0 is the autonomous consumption, B is the marginal propensity to consume, and Y is the level of income. Then the I is equal to investment is equal to autonomous investment, which is showing in terms of I0. Government expenditure is also showing here in terms of G0. So we have a consumption function, we have an investment function as well as the government expenditure as well. So we are going to substitute C plus I plus G into this particular equation. So our equation will become Y is equal to C0 plus BY plus I0 plus G0. We are substituted here the consumption function, investment and government expenditure. Now see here BY, we are going to take into the left hand side of the equation, so it will become minus BY. So Y minus BY, which is equal to C0 plus I0 plus G0. So this is remaining in the right hand side of the equation. So here Y term is common, so I am taking into the outside, so it will become Y into what is remaining here 1 minus B, which is equal to C0 plus I0 plus G0. Now I am taking 1 minus B into the right side of the equation, so it will goes to the denominator side, so I am writing it is 1 by 1 minus B. 1 by 1 minus B into C0 plus I0 plus G0. This term is also come here. So if you go for multiplying C0 plus I0 plus G0, our level of income will become C0 plus I0 plus G0 divided by 1 minus B. So here we are explained Y in terms of exogenous variables, that is consumption, autonomous investment and government expenditure, along with MPC, that is B, which is showing the marginal propensity to consume. Now, what happened when government is going to change their expenditure? So now let us see what happened if government is going to change their level of expenditure. See, first equation we are assuming here Y is equal to C plus I plus G. This is we are considering the equation number 1. C is equal to C0 plus BY, we know it well. I is equal to I0, G is equal to G0. Now, I am substituting all these into the equation number 1. So, the equation number 1 will become Y is equal to C0 plus BY, this is consumption function. Then I0, it is the investment, and G0, it is the government expenditure. I am denoting in terms of equation number 2. Next, I am going to change the level of income. See, now I am going to consider the changing in the level of income, that is I am going to find new equilibrium level of income that result from the changing in the government expenditure. So how it will be shown here? So we can adjust this component here. See here, C0 plus BY plus, then Y here also change because of the changing government expenditure. So it is B delta Y. The constant term will become 0. So B delta Y plus I0 plus G0. Then again we have a changes in the government expenditure. This is I am denoting in terms of equation number 3. Now we have three equations here. We are going to consider the equation number 3 and 2, subtracting the equation number 3 from equation number 2 from equation number 3. So how it will become? We want to subtract the equation number 2 from equation number 3. It will become, see, y plus delta y, taking minus, that is subtracting here this term, that is minus y, then C0 plus by minus C0 plus by, I am putting into the bracket, plus B delta y as it is. Then what is remaining? I0 minus I0 plus G0 plus G0, then delta G. So we are just subtracted the equation number 2 from equation number 3. So now we can open the brackets here, then it will become, see, C0 plus by as it is. Then I am opening the bracket, so C0 will become minus, again this plus by will become minus by, del B delta y, then I0, I am opening the bracket here, it is I0 again, it is minus I0, minus G0, plus G0, then delta G. Now there are so many terms which we can cancel here. See, C0 plus C0 minus C0 will be cancelled out, plus by minus by will be cancelled out, I0 minus I0 will be cancelled out, then G0 minus G0 plus G0 will be cancelled out. What is remaining here? See, delta y, here this y term is also going to cancelled out. So what is remaining here? It is delta y, which is equal to B delta y plus delta G. So I am taking this B delta y, this is I am denoting in terms of equation number 4. Now I am going to consider this equation number 4, B delta y into the left side of the equation I am going to take, then it will become minus delta y, which is equal to delta G. See here, delta y is common, so I am taking delta y into the outside. What is remaining? 1 minus b, which is equal to delta G. Taking the right hand side of the equation, that is 1 minus b, which will goes to the denominator side. So 1 by 1 minus b delta G. And again, if I am going to take the delta G into the left side of the equation, so delta y divided by delta G, which showing that it is the government expenditure multiplier. It's showing that government expenditure multiplier. What actually it is showing? Changes in the level of income due to the changes in the government expenditure, which is equal to 1 by 1 minus b. This is showing the multiplier effect. So this represents the magnification effect of an initial changes in the government expenditure in level of income or on the level of overall level of income in an economy. So it is the government expenditure multiplier in the context of three sector economy. Delta y divided by delta G, it is the government expenditure multiplier which actually measure the impact of changes in the government spending on overall level of the income in an economy. So this multiplier actually indicate how much total income in an economy will change in response to the 1 unit changing in the government expenditure or 1 unit changes in the government spending. So government expenditure multiplier actually signifies the extent to which the increasing government spending stimulate the economic activity and which ultimately leads to the subsequent increase in the national income in a three sector economy. Now let us consider some example. See, y is given, which is C plus I plus G, then consumption function which is equal to 25 plus 0.75 y, investment which is I0 which is given, which is 50, G is equal to G0 which is 25, and we want to find out what actually the level of income is. So consumption function is given, investment is also given here, so investment is equal to, it is 50, government expenditure it is 25, and we want to find out the level of income. So level of income here it is y is equal to C plus I plus G, Now I am going to substitute the C, I and G here. So the level of income will become consumption function, which is 25 plus 0.75Y plus I, which is equal to 50, and government expenditure it is 25. So taking the Y term into the left hand side of the equation, it will become see Y minus 0.75Y, then 25 plus 50 plus 25, which is equal to 100. So here Y term is common, so I am taking into the outside. So Y, then what is remaining here? 1 minus 0.75, which is equal to 100. So here 1 minus 0.75, which is equal to 0.25Y, which is equal to 100. Dividing the both side of the equation by 0.25, then it will become 100 divided by 0.25, which is equal to 400. So the level of income here it is 400. Now, see another one, given the consumption function, level of investment and government expenditure. See government expenditure here it is 10, investment is equal to 40 and consumption function is given. We want to determine the equilibrium level of income. Then thereafter, suppose what happen if government is going to increase the expenditure to 30 from 10. Earlier the government expenditure was 10. Now government is decided to increase its expenditure to 30. So what is the new level of income and what actually the government expenditure multiplier here. So here we are going to find it. See consumption function is given, investment is also given, that is I is equal to 40, government expenditure is equal to 20, then the Y is equal to C plus I plus G. Substituting here the consumption function, investment and government expenditure. So here Y term is I am taking into the left side, so it will become Y minus 0.5Y, which is equal to 20 plus 40 plus 10. Y is common here, so I am taking into the outside, then 1 minus 0.5, which is equal to 20 plus 40 plus 10, which is equal to 70. Then 1 minus 0.5, which is equal to 0.5Y, which is equal to 70. Dividing both sides of the equation by 0.5, then you will get Y is equal to 140. So this is the level of income before increasing the government expenditure. Okay, that is the level of income. Now government is going to change its expenditure. So delta Y, what is your new changes in the income when government is going to change its expenditure? So earlier we are already derived this particular equation. So changes in the level of income, which is equal to multiplier into, this is 1 by 1 minus B, which is the multiplier into changes in the government expenditure. So here we can substitute 1 by 1 minus B, here it is 0.5, MPC is equal to 0.5 into delta G. Delta G is 20. See government expenditure is increased to 30. So earlier it was 10, now it is increased to 30. Now what is the change? Change is 30 minus 10, which is equal to 20. Now we are going to multiply with this 20 with multiplier. Then multiplier is equal to 1 by 0.5 into the 20. Then multiplier is equal to, here it is 2 and 2 into 20. So your level of income will be increased to 40. So earlier your level of income was 140. Now the new level of income will become 140 plus 40 because of increasing government expenditure to 30 from rupee 10. So Y is equal to 140 plus 40, which is equal to 180. Now what happen if government is going to impose a lump sum tax along with government expenditure? See, as we already explained that lump sum tax is a fixed amount of tax that is independent of the individual level of income. That means it is a fixed amount of tax which is levied on individual regardless their level of income or their financial status. So accordingly, we can say that this is three-sector economy. Consumption function is given. Income is equal to Y minus T, because here we are going to impose the lump sum tax. So your disposable income is equal to income minus tax, and investment is equal to I0. Government expenditure is equal to G0. So now we are going to integrate everything into the income equation. So Y is equal to consumption, that is C0 plus BYD plus I0 plus G0. We know YD is equal to Y minus T. So we are substituting here YD is equal to B into Y minus T plus I0 plus G0. Then I am opening the bracket by multiplying these terms. So it will be C0 plus By minus Bt plus I0 plus G0. Then taking the y term into the left side. So here it is y term is only By. So taking into the left side, so it will become minus By, which is what is remaining here, C0 minus Bt plus I0 plus G0. So here y is common here. So I am taking into the outside y into what is remaining 1 minus b, then C0 minus Bt plus I0 plus G0. Taking 1 minus b into the right side of the equation, so it will goes to the denominator side 1 by 1 minus b and the C0 minus Bt plus I0 plus G0. By multiplying this term, so it will become goes to the numerator side, denominator 1 minus b. So what actually this equation showing? This equation is actually shows the equilibrium level of national income in terms of exogenous factors just like C0, that is autonomous consumption, this is the taxes, as well as autonomous investment and government expenditure. So it actually demonstrates, how much changes in this variable will affect the equilibrium level of income. So introducing the lump sum tax after the disposable income available to the household, which will affect, of course, it will reduce the disposable income and which will in turn affect the consumption behavior and overall the aggregate demand in an economy. Now, what happen if government is going to impose a proportional taxes instead of lump sum taxes? As in the case of lump sum taxes, we are already said that it is independent of level of income. But in the case of proportional taxes, of course, it is depending upon the level of income. So it is in proportion to the level of income. So here we are incorporating with government expenditure, we are also introducing the proportional taxation. So our three sector economy, which is given y is equal to C plus I plus G, consumption function is given, then income yd is equal to y minus t, income minus tax, and tax itself is the function of level of income, that is T0 plus Ty. Then we have the investment function, then government expenditure. Now we are going to substitute all these things into the level of income. Then what will be the derivation? See, your level of income will be consumption function C0 plus BYD plus I0 plus G0. And we know what actually YD is, it is Y minus T. So I am substituting here YD, instead of YD, it is Y minus T. So it will become C0 plus B into Y minus T plus I0 plus G0. Again here T is defined in terms of T0 plus Ty. So we are going to substitute T0 plus Ty instead of T. So it will become, see, y is equal to C0 plus B into y minus, instead of T, it is T0 plus Ty plus I0 plus G0. Now we are going to open this particular bracket, so it will become C0 plus B y minus T0 minus T0 minus Ty plus I0 plus G0. Now again I am opening this particular bracket by multiplying each and every term by using the MPC, that is B. So your equation will become C0 plus By minus Bt0 minus Bty plus I0 plus G0. Now the y term I am going to take into the left side of the equation. So here we have By and Bty minus Bty. So I am taking into the left side of the equation. So it will goes to the minus By and it will goes to the plus Bty, which is equal to what is remaining, C0 minus Bt0 plus I0 plus G0. Now here in these three terms we have y is common. So again I am going to take into the outside, y is going to take into the outside. What is remaining here? 1 minus b plus bt, which is equal to C0 plus I0 minus Bt0 plus G0. Then this term I am going to take into the right hand side of the equation, so it will goes to the denominator side. So y is equal to 1 by 1 minus b plus bt, then C0 plus I0 minus Bt0 plus G0. Then if I am multiplying this term, then it will become C0 plus I0 minus Bt0 plus G0 divided by 1 minus b plus bt. See, this is actually representing the equilibrium level of income in a three-sector economy with proportional taxation, and that is entirely depending upon your level of income. So it consider actually, two terms. One is, see, it is propensity to consume and the proportional tax rate on the multiplier effect. So here actually incorporating the proportional taxes, then your government expenditure multiplier will become 1 by 1 minus B plus BT. So here the multiplier is determined by two factors. One is marginal propensity to consume and another one, it is proportional tax rate, which is defined in terms of BT. So actually this result will decrease the size of multiplier. In the case of lump sum taxes, we said that it is only 1 by 1 minus B. But now, after the imposition of the proportional taxes, it became 1 minus B plus BT. So because of this BT, the size of multiplier will reduce in the economy, and accordingly, the level of income consumption will decrease in an economy. So let us consider the four-sector model. Now we are going to introduce the four-sector model, especially by incorporating, export and import. We are opening our economy. So we have an open economy, or it is an external sector economy, which is also known as it is four-sector economy. So here the equation will become, see, income is equal to C plus I plus G plus then export minus import. X is denoting for export and Z is denoting for the import. So here consumption function is given. The import function, Z is the function of level of income. See, our imports are the function of level of the domestic people. So here the Z is equal to Z0 plus ZY. That is, our imports are also the proportion to the level of income. So incorporating these things into the income equation, so it will become Y is equal to consumption, that is C0 plus BY, investment, government expenditure, then export, I am denoting it is X0 minus Z. Instead of Z I am substituting it is Z0 plus ZY within the bracket. Okay. Now I am opening this particular bracket here. So it will become C0 plus BY plus I0 plus G0, then X0, then opening this bracket will goes to Z0 is minus, then ZY is also minus. So again I am opening this particular bracket, so it will become, see, by taking the Y term into the left side of the equation also, so BY and ZY we are going to take into the left side of the equation, so it will become Y minus BY. So here minus ZY will goes to the plus ZY, then what is remaining here? It is C0 plus I0 plus G0 plus Z0, then what is X0 and Z0 here. So here the three terms having the Y is common element, so I am taking Y into the outside. What is remaining here? 1 minus B plus Z. Then here it is C0 plus I0 plus G0 plus X0 minus Z0. Then I am taking this particular term into the right side of the equation, so it will goes to the denominator side, 1 by 1 minus B plus Z into C0 plus I0 plus G0 plus X0 minus Z0. Then I am multiplying with the multiplier, then it will goes to the numerator side, C0 plus I0 plus G0 plus X0 minus Z0 divided by 1 minus B plus Z. See here, the marginal propensity to import, that is denoted in terms of Z. This Z is showing actually, it is marginal propensity to import, that is the proportion of our import which is the function of level of income. So here it plays an important role, especially in reducing the size of multiplier. See, because of the imposition of this particular Z, that is marginal propensity to Z, see it is the plus sign. So the overall effect on the multiplier, it will reduce the size of multiplier. So multiplier actually reflect here the magnificent changes in the level of income, national income. When we introduce this marginal propensity to introduce, it means that the portion of income that we will spend on the importing of goods and services from other countries, so which actually does not contribute to the domestic multiplier. So here the four sector economy, see our multiplier will be 1 by 1 minus b plus z. And this particular formula is actually showing especially the z term which represent marginal propensity to import. So as z is going to increase, the denominator fraction will become larger and thereby there is a reduction in the value of multiplier. So there is a higher marginal propensity to import, multiplier will be smaller because the greater portion of the increase in income which is used for the purchasing of imported commodities rather contributing to the domestic economy. Now consider one example. See, consumption function is given, investment is given, government expenditure is also given, export is given, import is also given. We want to find out the equilibrium level of income and what is the effect on multiplier as well. See, we have the equation that is y is equal to c plus I plus g into export minus import. Consumption function which is given 70 plus 0.9y, investment is equal to 90, government expenditure is equal to 65, export is equal to, it is 80, import is equal to which is 40 plus 0.15y. So here the import is also the function of level of income. Now we are going to substitute all these values into this particular equation. It will become y is equal to C0 plus by plus I0 plus G0 plus export minus then import. So we are substituting here, it is 70 plus 0.9y plus 90 plus 65, then export is equal to 80 minus 40 plus 0.15y. I am opening this particular bracket here, then it will become, see, 80 minus 40 minus 0.15y. Again I am opening this particular bracket, then it will become, see, taking y terms into the left side of the equation. See here 0.9y taking to the left side, so it will become minus 0.9y. Here we have y term that is 0.15y, so it will become plus 0.15, which is equal to what is remaining here, 70 plus 90 plus 65 plus 80 minus 40. So here y term is common, so I am taking y in outside. So what is remaining here, y into 1 minus 0.9 plus 0.15, which is equal to 70 plus 90 plus 65 plus 80 minus 40, which is equal to 265. So here if you go for simplifying it, y is equal to y into 0.25, which is equal to 265. Dividing the both side of the equation by using 0.25, the 0.25 will be cancelled from here. 265 divided by 0.25, which is equal to 1060. So your level of income is equal to 1060. Now what is the effect on the multiplier? See, the same example we are going to consider the multiplier effect. So these are the information which is given here. Now we are considering the multiplier without considering the import. Without considering the import, then our multiplier is equal to simply 1 by 1 minus MPC, that is B. So it is equal to 1 by 1 minus, see, it is 0.9. Here MPC is equal to 0.9, which is given in the consumption function. So 1 by 1 minus 0.9, which is equal to 1 by 0.1, which is equal to 10. So the size of multiplier is equal to 10 before considering the import. Now we are going to consider the import, which is the function of level of income. Then the multiplier is equal to 1 by 1 minus B plus Z. So it will become, see, 1 by B is equal to 0.9 and Z is equal to, which is 0.15. So I am substituting here, and if you go for simplifying it, it is 1 by 0.25, which is equal to 4. Now let us consider or compare the multiplier, size of multiplier. See here, size of multiplier was 10 before the import. Then after considering the import, our size of multiplier is decreased to 4. So there is a higher marginal propensity to import. Higher the size of Z, then multiplier will be smaller, because greater portion of our increased income will be utilized for the purchasing of imported commodities, which will lead to the flow of income from our country to the foreign country. Now, we are going to consider the four sector model with taxation. See, the level of income which is already given here. Now consumption function is also given. YD is equal to, that is disposable income is equal to Y minus T. T is equal to also the function of level of income. Then Z is also function of, that is import is also function of level of income. Then we are substituting all these things into the income equation. So Y is equal to consumption, that is C0 plus BYD plus I0 plus G0, then export minus import, that is Z0 plus ZY. Now what is YD? Which is Y minus T. So I am going to write instead of YD, it is Y minus T. So C0 plus B into Y minus T, then remaining terms are as it is. I am opening this bracket here. So it will become minus Z0 and minus ZY. See, T is also given here. T is also defined in terms of T0 plus Ty. So again I am going to substitute this particular T in terms of T0 plus Ty. So it will become C0 plus B into Y minus T0 plus this T we are writing in terms of T0 plus Ty, then the remaining values as such. So again we are going to open the bracket here, it will become C minus T0 minus Ty. Then we are opening this particular bracket by multiplying with the marginal propensity to consume, that is B. Then the equation will become C0 plus B into Y minus B into T0 minus B into Ty, then I0 plus G0 plus X0 minus Z0 minus ZY. Now we are going to consider the Y terms into the left side. So here we have BY which will goes to the left side, so it will be minus BY. Then here also we have Y term minus BTY, so it will be plus BTY. Here it is Z minus ZY, it will also goes to the left side, so it will become plus ZY. Then what is remaining here? It is C0, BT0, I0, G0, then X0 and Z0. Then here Y is common, I am taking Y term into the outside, so it is 1 minus B plus BT plus Z, which is equal to C0 minus BT0, I0, G0, X0 and Z0. See, I am taking this particular term into the right side of the equation, so it will goes to the denominator side. See, before that I am going to consider, see, B is common here. So I am taking B into the outside again. So what is remaining? It is minus B into 1 minus T. So because here we are already putting minus B plus Z. Now I am taking this particular term into the denominator side, into the right hand side of the equation. So it will be 1 by 1 minus B into 1 minus T plus Z, then C0 minus BT0, I0, G0, X0 and Z0. Now if you go for multiplying it, then your level of income will be defined in terms of these exogenous factors. Division 1 minus B into 1 minus T plus 0. See here, the marginal propensity to import does playing an important role in the reducing the size of multiplier along with the taxation. So both are working here. Taxation is also working, and at the same time marginal propensity to import is also working here. So because of these two factors, the size of multiplier is again going to decrease. So the multiplier is actually showing here, it is how much changing in the level of income when we are going to incorporating the marginal propensity to consume, then taxation and marginal propensity to import. It means that the portion of increasing income which we are spending on the import of goods and services from the other country which does not contribute to the domestic multiplier. So this particular term is generally known as four sector multiplier effect after incorporating the proportional taxes. So this is what actually showing the various components. Here it is marginal propensity to consume, it is the taxation, and we have marginal propensity to import. And this B into 1 minus T, which actually represent the portion of additional income that consumed after accounting your taxes. So tax is deducted from here. So its product of MPC and the portion of income is remaining after considering the taxation. So thus here the multiplier is adjusted in account of the effect of both taxation and import on the aggregate expenditure. So it's showing that how much changes in the autonomous expenditure in terms of consumption expenditure, autonomous expenditure and government expenditure, then how much it will be effect upon the level of income. So this particular formula is showing that. So let me conclude here. Today we have discussed the three sector model as well as the four sector model or external sector of the income determination, and we discussed how the income, consumption and the size of multiplier will be changed in these sectors, that is three sector and four sector model, with and without imposition of the lump sum tax and the proportional taxes. So I hope it was clear to you, and in the next lecture we will discuss the another applications of the linear equation in macroeconomics, that is known as ISLM model, that we will discuss in the next class. So we will see in the next class. Thank you.